During that time when Minecraft was getting really popular, and it seemed like every new game being released was either copying its voxel styling or its early access type release system, along came a game by the name of Cube World. The name immediately screams Minecraft clone, but don't be fooled, this game is almost the exact opposite of Minecraft in every single way. But this video isn't a review or an in-depth look at the gameplay and features of Cube World, although I will be mentioning certain things briefly. This video will mostly be about anything but the game itself. So let's begin with a quick look at the actual game, just in case you're not familiar. Cube World lets you create a character in one of 4 classes, and then it will place you into a randomly generated world. Throughout this world you will find a wide variety of creatures, animals and beasts, some friendly and some not so friendly, and you can attack them to gain experience points or run away if they're a bit too tough. The world will generate a few different biomes, and each one has a friendly city where you can trade, craft and rest for the night. Also in each biome is a number of dungeons, which can vary depending on the biome. Each day a few dungeons will be highlighted on the map, which act as quests, and beating these dungeons on that day will give extra rewards. You can also collect resources to be able to craft potions, food, weapons and armor, all to make your life easier when tackling these dungeons and various enemies. So that's it really. You craft to fight, you fight to level up, and you level up to be able to fight some more. It sounds a bit boring when you put it like that, but as with many games that don't have one final goal to work towards, the game lives or dies on its ability to make this repetition fun and rewarding, and Cube World definitely delivers there. I recently sunk another 40 or so hours into a new character, doing nothing but exploring, crafting and fighting, and loving every minute of it. But now the fun is over. I've seen all I want to see, I've leveled up enough that only the hardest of bosses pose even a slightest challenge, and it leaves me wanting more. More content, new dungeons and enemies, new structures to explore. So I guess I'll just wait until the next update comes around. The game was released as an alpha on July 2nd, 2013, and received its first update on the 5th, which were just a few bug fixes. A couple of weeks later, on the 23rd, it got a further update, which fixed a few more bugs and added a frame limiter. And that, I'm afraid to say, is the last update Cube World has had to date. We're 5 years from the date it was released, and the game has yet to see a single major content update. The dangers of early access, I hear you say. What's so special about another dev promising the world and not delivering? I'll tell you, because there's still hope. We've all seen those games that get funded on Kickstarter never to be released, or those Steam early access games that have left early access in an unplayable state, where the devs just dismiss their paying customers with an, "Oh well, sorry." But Cube World's developer Wally is different, although it hardly makes it easier to swallow. Harder actually. At this point I wouldn't mind him tweeting, "Thanks for the money, sucker!" and just being done with it. But no, he keeps on tweeting and teasing, at painfully irregular intervals, the next big update for Cube World. Just 3 months after launch he was already having to reassure people that he was still working on the game. 3 months doesn't seem so long these days, but it was another 6 weeks before the first teasing screenshot of the new update. A control rebinding menu, riveting stuff. These teasing screenshots would become a normal occurrence over the next months and years, although they would get more interesting, and less frequent as time went by. We received a fairly solid amount of teasers during the early months of 2014, before a video was released showing a lot of footage of the revamped quest system. Surely this means an update is close. Quite the opposite. Already by this time, regardless of the teasers, paying customers were growing tired of the lack of an update for this game. Legal action was threatened, and reportedly Wally started receiving death threats from deranged people claiming he had scammed them. Because of this, the developer took the game down from the store on his website, a move that would be reversed when the next update was ready. What followed was another few months of radio silence, before Wally was back showing us new factions he had added to the game, as well as changes to the map, additional quests, traps, city generation, player skills and other features. The teasers kept piling up without any mention of when paying customers would be able to see this stuff for themselves. Shortly after the game's 3rd birthday and 3rd anniversary of its last update, we were treated to another video which showed improved dungeons, much bigger and more varied, and you'll never get to play them. A few more months, a few more teasers. At this point I don't even care about what is being teased. It's hard to look at something and think, nice, that'll really improve this game, when it seems inevitable that it will never actually come. And that takes us to the latest tweet, on July 2nd, 2017, the game's 4th birthday, and well over 12 months ago at the time of making this video, the longest period of silence since launch. Not that it matters. Even when Wally was tweeting daily, nothing ever came of it. There is light at the end of this dark tunnel, however, a dimly lit lantern that barely keeps you warm, but it's still a light. The Cube World subreddit is a wonderful place. I'm sure it wasn't always a wonderful place. I imagine for the first couple of years it was full of angry people, but now it's a place where people can laugh at themselves for still caring about this game after so long. I think the fact that this subreddit is still so active to this day says more about mankind's natural resilience than it does about how much anyone loves Cube World. We just want to see this shit through to the end. The top thread of all time is simply titled No, and it's regularly updated, letting people know just how long it has been since the last update. The teasing from Wally doesn't stop at Twitter either. Despite there being nothing posted officially in over a year, people have been getting email responses from him, talking about recent additions to the game. But still, we wait. And here we have a thread compiling all of the confirmed changes and additions to the game, if you don't want to scroll through various tweets and Instagram posts. Reading this gets me more excited than I know I should allow myself to, but these additions all sound so good when I think about how I always hit the wall of enjoyment when playing the current build. These factions and deeper questlines would scale my playtime exponentially. Along with new parts of the world and other quality of life updates, this game would surely get a massive second wind if/when the update hits. But people have been saying this for 5 years now, and we all need some cheering up. It's a good thing then that a lot of these posts are low effort memes and silly stuff. We're all united by this misery we have suffered together, and now we can all laugh with each other at our misfortune. Remember him? This is him now. Feel old yet? Yeah. So if you're like me, just waiting in vain for the new update to finally come, you may find some joy in visiting this place once in a while, and maybe one day I'll load it up and see everyone excited about a new tweet from Wally, or who knows, maybe even the new update, or maybe, finally, the big "fuck you, I'm out" announcement.